This is the new Iowa weather report for Monday, August 20th, 2012. Now we look at first look. Here's the 0Z GFS Model Run. At 1 p.m. this afternoon, we have a trough still digging over the eastern half of the country, a ridge pumping up across the western part of the country, and with that, cold front is along the east coast down into the south with a tropical disturbance in that area. Could we see some isolated showers and storms like yesterday? It's most likely going to be in Illinois. Even into Tuesday, that's going to move off. High pressure will be in store across the state. So temperatures a little bit below seasonal levels in the 70s and 80s. It'll slowly be warming up on Wednesday, 80s most likely across the state with winds switching around to the south and southwest, maybe a low 90 in far southwest Iowa at this point. Thursday, we have a frontal system that will be easing into the state at this point with some showers and thunderstorms. This looks like a Thursday afternoon in the western part of the state into the evening statewide into Friday in the central and eastern counties. Rainfall amounts, we'll be seeing those a little bit later on. And the front will move through here Friday night and into Saturday, but another disturbance seems to come in, and this front seems to want to stall, which is a good thing with us being in a drought, so possibility of some showers and storms even on Saturday. And again on Sunday as that disturbance moves off to the east and northeast. Temperatures still seasonal, upper 70s to lower to middle 80s at this point. And a week from today, on the 27th, pretty much zonal across the northern third of the country, a subtropical ridge across the south, disturbance moving across western Ontario. And at that point, we could have more showers and thunderstorms with another disturbance coming around the base of that disturbance. So we'll have to see what happens on this in future model runs. A couple days later, on the 31st, there is the 594 ridge. That is heat and humidity, and it's starting to come our way, and this is not what we want. And that could mean hot weather is going to be approaching, maybe highs in the 80s to lower to middle 90s possible if this is right. We can hope not, because we're sick of hot weather, and now we'll be heading into September. Even on September 2nd, this is the middle of Labor Day weekend, that 594 ridge is just to our south. We still have a slight west-northwesterly flow aloft, and that could bring a front down. And at the end of the forecast on the 4th of September, the ridge not as compact. It's down to a 588, but it's still close by. So with that and the disturbance over the Dakotas, there could be some showers and storms around, but it's looking like it could get hot and dry again for Labor Day weekend. We'll see what happens with that in future runs. Looking at the satellite from last night, though, you can see fairly clear. Looks to stay clear to our north and west. The frontal system, as we mentioned, to our south and east, and the monsoon over the desert southwest at that time, so nothing real changing. Watch warning map from last night shows it's fairly quiet across the country. Some flood issues over the south and west with the monsoon. Some red flag warnings in Idaho and Utah, and pretty much elsewhere it's quiet at this time. KPF chart precipitation through Friday evening at 7 o'clock shows that here's the rainfall amounts. We could get anywhere between a half and maybe 3/4 of an inch. So we can hope for that with this storm Thursday into Friday and Saturday. Now it's time for the 36-hour forecasts.